And welcome to Hero Power. I'm your host, Avanties, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Zerotio.
This is where I say, what's up, gang? But I know what's up. Everybody's playing the new set, new cards. So I'm not even going to presume that anything else is up. I'm really excited to talk about Hearthstone and get back to playing. We're going to play a game this week.
Yeah, we are. And I got my Barrens currency ready to go, so
So jealous.
I can buy stuff at the outposts and the watch posts while we're in the Barrens if we need anything.
Cool. For those listening on the audio, is Avanti's got a really cool swag box for being an innkeeper, content creator, all the above. I know some of the other content creators got one of those really cool swag boxes, but one of them is an actual physical Barrens coin for the watch post currency.
Yeah, and it came along with this this missive. It says, "Gather your courage, adventurer. You're about to enter the Barrens, the land where blistered terrain and battering sun form the anvil and hammer that shapes the unbreakable horde. Thorned dens of bristling quillboar, rampaging tribes of furious centaur, and treetop nests of soaring harpies are just some of the things you'll experience on the journey ahead. Whether there be frenzied battles or furious beasts, our red banner stands strong against the sands of this desolate place. Prepare yourself, traveler, and keep a weathered eye on the horizon. We've enclosed a bountiful supply of gear to help you with these harsh conditions that you'll encounter. For here is the proving ground for warriors who would become legends, those who have been forged in the Barrens."
Oh, that is a really long communication sent to you just to say one thing, which is Zerotio is so jealous of you right now. No, seriously, it's cool that Blizzard does these things. There's other content creators that got cool swag boxes and that kind of stuff. So it's really neat in lieu of real events and things like that these type of things are being shared out by Team 5 and Blizzard. So that's really cool. But other than that, and we're going to talk about our Barrens experience. But other than playing with the new cards, what'd you do this week?
I played quite a bit of Battlegrounds. In fact,
Cool.
I got to play with the new Battlegrounds hero, Overlord Saurfang.
Oh, nice. How was that?
He is fun. I'm not entirely sure he's good right now in the current Battlegrounds meta. So his hero power is 1 gold, add +1 attack to the next minion you buy this turn, and it increases +1 every turn.
Wow.
So, by the time you hit turn 10, he's given a minion +10 attack and so on. So it can really snowball on some minions, and it's okay. It's good, but I don't know that it's what is needed to win in this current Battlegrounds meta. We'll see as time progresses. I've only gotten to play with it once. I've only seen it the one time, and
Okay.
I think I finished in No, I finished like 5th with that. I was just out of top 4 that game. Okay. So yeah.
Cool.
But no, it's fun. I have been playing quite a bit of standard. Trying to knock out my quests. I did hit rewards track 31 in the first week. So I of course was so busy yesterday I didn't get a chance to play, and I've not had a chance to play today. So I have 2 daily quests banked that'll get me another little over 2,000, so that's another couple of levels. But
Cool.
yeah, other than that, I've been having an absolute blast so far in the first week. How about you?
I kind of hit the ground running. I wanted to make sure to get Legend before the set came out, which I did, and so I kind of just play around in Legend. And the new set came out, and I kind of made a homebrew Hero Power Mage, which we're playing a variation of a Hero Power Mage this week. Not that same deck. It did really good on day one, and then the next day, the ladder reset, and it did not do so well.
Yeah.
As of the first. So I was proud of myself for building a deck. I actually shot up quite a few ranks, and then I ended up playing quite a bit and got up to rewards track 41.
Nice.
So I'm working on 42 now, getting lots of rewards and achievements. So everybody knows, it's no secret, I'm a Paladin main. And Paladin's really good right now, which we'll talk about more later. But I just find myself gravitating towards Mage for some reason. It's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting good results at the same time. And while Paladin's good, I'm finding the decks that in Paladin that are good kind of boring. But other than that, yeah, lots of Mage. I've tried a few other classes. But for the most part, I'm already Diamond 2. I was Diamond 1, but I fell back to Diamond 2. So I'm hoping to get Legend this weekend, maybe today.
Okay,
or,
awesome.
Or tomorrow. So
I think it's important to remind our listeners, because those who may not be playing as much or have not logged in since the reset, maybe that we're talking about, I'm at rank 31 and you're at rank 41, and last rewards track there was only 50 ranks. Well,
yes.
this rewards track, they've doubled it. It now goes all the way up to 100, but they've lowered the amount of experience required to reach each level. It's the same amount of experience as it was previously, 1 to 50. It's just been spread out 1 to 100 now. So
yeah, and last time they implemented the reward track, it was, I think it was like the first few days I got up to like, I think it was 15 or 16.
Yeah,
and I thought that was pretty good. And I'm basically a little more than double.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they wanted. They basically have the XP and have the reward, so you're getting the same amount of XP and the same amount of rewards.
If this was the last rewards track, you'd be right around level 20 right now.
Yeah. So you're not getting more rewards, but you're getting the rewards faster.
Yes.
And that's kind of...
It feels better.
Good.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
feels real good. I get 2 levels, and I can usually buy a pack.
Mm-hmm.
And here pretty soon, I'm going to have the whole collection. I'll start banking gold again. I usually start banking gold after like the first week. And I think I'm only missing 1 card from the set right now to have the full collection. So as soon as I open that epic, because I have all the legendaries, I just opened legendary before show, then I will start banking gold again.
Yeah.
So it feels good. But we've talked about the rewards track in the past, and we will be talking about it more as we start to get a better feel of this season of the rewards track. Let's talk about Forged in the Barrens, which is now live.
Yeah.
It went live on the 30th, this is the closest we've had a set come out to the month reset ever.
It is. Right. Yeah. 2 days left in the previous month before a month reset. So yeah, normally these sets come out early in a month. And so it was interesting to get like 2 days worth of play in
kinda
in that month. Yeah, maybe a day and a half, something like that. But
it came out obviously midway through the 30th, and there were a lot of bugs, and they were bugs that were impacting people playing. Basically, it wasn't found out for a few hours, but through trial and error through streamers and whatnot, they found out that you could not queue up and play if you had golden core cards in your deck. And if you use a deck code and you have golden cards, it automatically prioritizes the golden over the non-golden using a deck code. So streamers started going through and removing all of their goldens. Now, what this also meant is if you queued up with a deck and no golden core cards and got matched up with somebody who was queuing with a deck with golden core cards, your match would still not connect. So you still weren't able to play consistently for the first few hours. They figured it out. I actually was able to play quite a bit and played a lot on the 30th, and then on the 31st I played some, but I was like, you know what, the ladder resets tomorrow. I'm sitting here at Legend. I'm enjoying these new decks, but I think I've tested what I want to test. I'm going to save a lot of my energy until ladder resets. But we expect bugs in games on launch day. Hearthstone, I think we're kind of spoiled as Hearthstone players because Hearthstone normally doesn't have big bugs like this. You and I play Marvel Strike Force, and there's bugs almost daily.
Oh yeah.
Every day at reset, either the calendar's not right, or an event was supposed to start and it didn't start, or an event was supposed to start in the next day and it started a day early, or the same event that started yesterday, we get a second copy of it. Like, so I understand bugs happen, especially in mobile games, and I'm definitely lenient on Team 5 because this is the biggest patch they've ever done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and they handled it within 24 hours. All of the major bugs that kept people from playing are gone. There are still some visual bugs. I think you and I saw one that if the Yogg, is it Praise Yogg? The Paladin secret?
Oh my Yogg.
Oh my Yogg. If Oh my Yogg hits one of your spells, if your spell had an animation, like Cone of Cold or any of the arcane spells, the animation and the audio for it just stays there.
Yeah, that happened to me this week. It was annoying.
That happened to me with 3 different spell animations all over top of each other.
Oh man.
But aside from the visual bugs, it looks like the game is working as intended for the most part. I do know there's still an issue with the Shaman hero power where you can still get the Wrath of Air totem if you're any hero, I think, except a Thrall-based hero. And that's something they're going to be fixing. I would expect it fixed by now because the Masters Tour is going on. But hopefully the qualifier, hopefully they're not impacting the qualifiers too much. But I'm sure that's something they'll work on it. Aside from all the little bit of bugs that's impacting the game on this big launch, what is your first impression of the meta, the cards, not just Barrens, but the core set being kind of flipped around and changing the way we play? What's your first impression? How do you enjoy it?
So my first impression is, I mean, let me look at this from a new year perspective. So, from the new year perspective, being a 4-set meta now, I am finding one of the best cards to play right now is Jandisparov because all of the minions that she summons are damn near good. I mean, they removed a lot of the weak minions in those 3 previous sets. So like,
and the basic classic set too.
Yeah, and the basic classic stuff. So yeah, I mean that change alone skyrocketed Jandis's value, and she should be in any deck you build that can support her. So,
So I've gotten the 5-mana 1/1 drop out of her at least 6-7 times.
well, that's just your RNG. So.
And dropped out of her 6 or 7 times, and I'm not even playing a deck with Jandis Barrel in it. So I'm getting Jandis Barrel randomly,
yeah,
and then I'm getting a 1/1. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
come on.
But
I know the pool is so good right now.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, watch posts I think are the talk of the town right now, because you know, we have a private Discord channel with you, me, and Matt at Arms, where we talk about show notes and stuff that's happening behind the scenes. And you know, one of the big things that and even in our Hero Power Discord, which you can be a member of for as little as $1 a month over at patreon.com/Hero Power. You
stole my thunder.
I know, right? I wanted to get that in before you did. So we've been discussing how, you know, normally in every new set, the first week is overrun by zoo and aggro style decks, but watch posts have basically single-handedly stopped aggro from being an over-oppressive thing in this first week of the new set.
And specifically the Far Watch post. It's the 2-mana 2/4 that increases any card your opponent draws by 1 mana.
Yeah.
And that is just shutting... People are coining that out, or they're playing it on 2, and it's just shutting down aggro. Now, obviously, the meta is shifting hour to hour right now. It still is. We're on the 3rd day of the new ladder, and the 4th day of the set, or 4th full day of the set.
Right.
And so Far Watch posts are kind of phasing out of the meta, so aggro's coming back in the meta, and we're kind of having this kind of ebb and flow. Paladin is the best deck according to HS Replay.
Mm-hmm.
I have personally played it, and I play against it, and I beat it a lot. And I play it, and I don't... To me, it's too... It has the problems that Secret Paladin always had. And that's that you can kind of predict and know how to work around the secrets. If you know how to work around the secrets, you can beat the deck. And I think the reason I'm having good success against it is because I'm such a seasoned Paladin player.
Yeah, because, see, I'm not a seasoned Paladin player, but I have been playing a lot of Paladin in this first week because I'm winning with it a lot in my ranks.
Yeah. And see, I'm not winning a lot with it in my ranks because I'm playing as kind of top tier players,
Mm-hmm.
you know, legend ranked players. And it was a discussion going on in the Pod People Discord about, you know, why does HS Replay have such a high statistics for Paladin, yet all the streamers, content creators, and pro players are not wanting to play it. They're not playing it at the qualifiers. They're not playing them on stream. They don't believe it is a competitive viable deck. And I think,
doesn't HS Replay collect its data from players?
It does.
From just everyday normal players?
So that tells me it's a very popular deck if you are just a regular bronze through diamond, maybe just getting into legend towards the end of the month. Players are really having good success with this, but top legend is not having good success because those players are of the caliber, they know how to play around the secrets well enough that it minimizes the impact. Now, where a lot of your decks, when they're like that, succeed is they have some kind of endless value in the deck as like a win condition or and Paladin just doesn't have that. They never really had an endless value. If you deal with all of Paladin's threats, then at worst you're going to have to deal with a second round with Lady Leadrin, and that's it. When they're done, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
And the trick is to keep that pressure constantly coming. And there are some high roll decks like this new No Minion Mage, which I've had great success with, that are just beating decks like that. Now, at the lower ranks, the Paladin is doing well against the no minion mage because the no minion mage is very reliant on RNG and randomness. However, at the higher ranks, the no minion mage is better, because, in my opinion, based on the data I've seen so far. And again, take this as it's worth because it's only 72 hours worth of data. Mm-hmm. But of that data, it's telling us that there is a certain sequence to play your cards that create randomness in your deck with Deca Lunacy and those type of cards in Mage that work better in certain matchups.
Yeah, so I think it's important to note Ixar, as he is wont to do, recently did an AMA on Twitter, and most people in the Hearthstone community know Clark Hellscream.
Yes.
And he asked Ixar, he said, what's the team's opinion of Deca Lunacy? Was the deck people are playing intended, and was there a worry about cards with random pools being extremely good post-rotation? And Ixar, goes on to say things like, the biggest worries are usually that old decks aren't going to change much. That didn't come true. And he said you do see artifacts of it with things like Pinflinger and Ticketus. Not sure if they'll address either of those cards. And then he goes on to say that generally speaking, Deck of Lunacy is not the kind of deck-defining card that they are happy about being a tier 1 deck. Mm-hmm. So if it's actually defining the meta in any real capacity, that it would then be a clear target for change.
Yeah, and to remind people what Deca Lunacy is, it is a legendary mage spell, so you can only have one copy in your deck. And it changes all of the spells in your deck to spells 3 cost higher, but they keep their current cost. Mm. So originally, people were building it in a no minion mage with Cthulhu, and they had no intention of playing Cthulhu. It was just to have the 5 mana spells to turn into 8 mana spells. Well, it was quickly found out that 8 mana spells just aren't good inherently.
Right.
And you're better off getting 10 mana spells. So people took out a lot of those packages and put in 2 Flame Strikes and 2 Mask of Cthulhu. Now, the benefits of Mask of Cthulhu is if you do draw it, that's 10 damage if the board's empty. And often with a lot of your random spell effects, you can have really, really inexpensive board clears.
Yeah.
So you can clear the board and then play your Mask of Lunacy. Mask of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Play your Mask of Cthulhu, which if there's no minions on the board, does 10 damage to face.
Right.
Then those Masks of Cthulhu and Flame Strikes turn into the 10 mana Hunter spell. I don't even remember what it's called.
Nagrand Slam.
Nagrand Slam, which summons 4/3/5 beasts that randomly attack random enemies, which can include the opponent's face.
That is correct.
Again, with them being 7 cost, possibly less because of Font of Power, which reduces the cost of spells in your deck, you could possibly have a board clear for 1 or 2 mana, then play the Nagrand Slam for lethal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of variance in the deck. However, a lot of your top pro players, your top deck builders have built this deck in a way that takes advantage of the small spell pools in a 4-set meta, especially with classic and basic rotated out, where you're not going to get, like a Holy Wrath or something like that. You're getting quality spells for the most part at most ranks, at most mana costs. So I'm really impressed with this deck. I do think that it will get addressed. I don't know what they need to do with Lunacy, if they need to increase its mana cost, because coin Lunacy on turn 1, a lot of times your opponent at that point is just fighting an uphill battle. They can't win because your value is so much better. It reminds me a lot of old school Quest Rogue, where they're bringing out 5/5s for 1 mana. And you just can't compete with it because they're generating so much value out of 3, 4, 5 minions a turn that are all 5/5 in stats. Mm-hmm. It's very similar to that style of oppression when you see an opponent doing that kind of stuff. So now Decalunacy doesn't have the win rates that or the no minion mage don't have the win rates that Paladin has right now. Paladin is above everybody by at least 6-7% according to HS Replay, but more people are playing no minion mage because it's more exciting, it's more fun, and you can win matchups you had no reason winning, no chance to win it otherwise. So I know I personally am playing no minion mage because I expect it to get some kind of nerf, and I think we might see other nerfs too, because Brian Kibler at BM Kibler on Twitter tweeted his thoughts about the meta as it pertains to cards like Penflinger and Broomstick. And he says, I'm still having a lot of fun with the new set, but I think Hearthstone would be better if both Penflinger and Animated Broomstick were nerfed. Flinger creates repetitive play patterns with little counterplay, while Broom largely invalidates fighting for board. And he goes on to say, Broomstick, you can just increase the cost. I think even just to 2 is huge, and it could still be okay, but much worse. Penflinger is trickier. Cost of 2 makes it almost useless, which I don't mind. Or make it minions or heroes only. Field contact is still scary with it then.
Yeah. So I have to 100% agree with Kibler in this, because we have said multiple times over the last few shows, Penflinger is a problem.
Yes.
Even if you go back and watch our Barrens card review, it got to a point where, as we're reading cards, you and I are going, this is great with Penflinger. This card is great with Penflinger. I mean, how bad does the meta have to get? How many people have to complain before they realize Penflinger is a real problem?
Yeah, and I personally stand in the camp that I don't like nerfs. I think, again, I'm very old school from Magic the Gathering. Again, back then people would ban things in tournaments, but you don't do that in Hearthstone. I think, though, in most cases, when a card is oppressive, it's just a matter of the player base figuring out a way to work around and counter that strong card in the meta.
But
however,
that's the problem. That's the problem.
However, there are some exceptions where I think a balance changes need to be made. I thought so when Patches was oppressive. I believe that was a valid nerf, and I think if they decide to nerf Penflinger, I'm in the camp with Brian Kibler here, that I would support a nerf to Penflinger. Now, I'm not so worried about Animated Broomstick, because Animated Broomstick is more board interaction. Mm-hmm. It's less about like over the top and pulling out wins when you have no reason to pull out a win, but Penflinger's more denying your opponent a win.
So I think Penflinger is an absolutely fantastic Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah,
because you can interact and you can counter as it's happening. You don't have any of those options in Hearthstone, and that makes Penflinger broken.
Yeah, and I think Penflinger needs to be adjusted. Now, I think you could take it to 2 mana, and that would probably break the card. I agree with Kibler here. I think that if you change it to just minions or just the opposing hero, that also checks the card. I wouldn't like it to be just the opposing hero because that seems to be the problem. You know how
no,
you
I think it should be
goes out of
minions
the way.
only. I think you should be able to target minions only.
I disagree. I think you should only be able to target enemy minions only.
Okay,
because that would remove it.
I could be okay
as a
with
frenzy
that too.
activator.
I could be okay with that.
That might kill the card, but the fact that you can ping your own minions to either activate frenzy or pop a Barrov or do something to that acts like something your opponent would do. A lot of the play around is your opponent can ignore minions if they don't want a death rattle to go off or something like that. So I think if Penflinger went to 1 mana, deal 1 damage to an enemy minion, that would be the nerf that I would want to see.
Yeah. Okay. I could get
now
that
may be a bit heavy-handed, and if that's not the nerf, the only other one I would want to see is it go to 2 mana.
Okay.
Because what the 2 mana change does is that seriously diminishes the effect of having 2 Penflingers in your hand.
Yeah, the amount of times they can play it in a turn.
A lot of times when they're just bouncing 1 Penflinger, it's not a big deal. I can find a way to get incremental health and work around and do the math. But once they start doing 2, basically with Librams, I've even seen them to the point where they're putting them on their own Librams to ping their own minion to get the Libram again, to put it on. So they're getting more Libram generation. So when they do play Liadrin, their hand is completely filled with Libram. So I think Penflinger, I like that they made it. I like that they pushed the envelope. It was a really cool effect with things like Librams. But ultimately, I think it was a mistake in card design.
I agree.
And I hate saying that. And usually when people say it was a mistake, they mean they didn't want Team 5 ever making the card. I'm not saying that. I want Team 5 to make cards like that, find them broken, and then correct them. But it's been around too long. What, Skolomance? This was that set came out in, was it July, August? And it's been oppressive since then.
Yeah.
So we're working on 9 months now, 10 months of dealing with Penflingers. If it's not in the next round of nerfs, I'm gonna have a little bit of I'm gonna have some faith loss with balancing on Team 5.
Okay. All right. Well, moving on. We did get a new bundle in the store. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. I just saw it when I logged in today, but it is a Mega Golden Classic bundle. So it's $39.99. It includes 10 Golden Classic packs and 2 Legendaries. And this bundle says $39.99. Do we think 10 Golden Classic packs and 2 Golden Legendaries is worth $40?
So, no. And the main reason is because these are classic cards. A lot of these cards most people that have played for a while have these cards. The Golden's just an aesthetic. You don't have to have gold cards. Don't give you extra abilities or anything like that. It's just a visual thing, and they're all in Wild now. Now these do include the Hall of Fame cards, and there was some problems with the classic packs and the Golden Classic packs before that they've resolved, where you were opening cards you shouldn't have opened, like Natalie Celine, and things that were given to the basic set, basically. And that was fixed, but it leaves a bad taste in buying something like this. Now, if this was $39.99 for 10 Golden Barrens, Forged in the Barrens card packs,
and 2 Golden Forged in the Barrens Legendaries,
Forged in the Barrens Legendaries, I'd jump on that.
Okay.
But a lot of your players, they have all the Legendaries they want out of the Classic set, and that's if they're even going to be using those cards anymore, because maybe they don't play Wild, and Classic is now in Wild.
Right.
So I don't think this is a good value. I do like this package, and it would be nice if they did these golden pack bundles for newer sets. Maybe not brand new, because there's still players that are, obviously you want them to buy the regular packs, but maybe they come out with a mega golden Scholomance bundle or mega golden Ashes bundle. And me as a player goes, well, I have those cards, but I don't have them in golden, and I might want them in golden. Plus, the golden legendaries are legendaries I can disenchant and craft into regular legendaries on a new set if I want. So they're basically 2 free regular legendaries if you want.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I agree. This is not a bundle I would purchase. But, as you said, if this was 10 golden packs of Forged in the Barrens...
Oh, I'd jump on it right away.
Yeah. That's what, $4 a pack?
$4?
Yeah.
$4 a pack, and golden packs have a rough value of $5 a pack.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a shelf price that Team 5 and Blizzard have put on it, but a golden pack is roughly about $5 worth of value when you factor in the dust and all that kind of stuff. And the fact that you'd be getting them at $1 a pack reduction and 2 free golden legendaries, which equate to 3,200 dust if you chose to disenchant them.
Right. So, well, so yeah, there you go. Not a recommendation from us.
No, but if you're into the cosmetics and we talk about this in another game, a Kraken, which is you basically buy just about everything that comes out to the game because you enjoy the hobby. They say there's whales and then there's Krakens. If you're just going to buy this for the dust so you can craft other things, maybe other goldens, then it's probably worth it to you. But for majority of our listeners and our community, I would say no.
Yeah. All right. Tavern Brawl. This week is the holiday event. Every bunny get in here. Happy Noble Garden. Celebrate the season by dyeing eggs. 1 will spawn each turn. You'll get 10 random class cards and a bunch of dye to help you hatch something cute. So the dyes all come in different colors. Each color has a different effect that you can apply. Green gives poisonous. Gold, I think, was life steal. Things like that. So I have played this Tavern Brawl 4 times. I have yet to win one.
I played once. I high rolled. My opponent low rolled. He conceded on turn 4.
There you go.
He had nothing left on the board because I cleared it all, including his eggs. And I had a board full of minions, and he just conceded.
Yeah.
So this is an easy one and done for me.
All right. So that brings us to this week's deck list, and as Zerotio mentioned in the at the beginning, we are playing his version that he likes to call Hero Tower, and that's because this deck list does include the Watch Post Towers, which I thought was a cute name. So I'm going to run down the deck list, and then I will let him tell you how it's played.
Real quick, the Hero Tower name was something, I believe it was Andrew Brown, the former host of A Happy Hearthstone. He works with HS Replay. He actually petitioned and pulled some strings to get Hero Tower Mage named that on HS Replay.
Well, that's awesome.
And I know that it wasn't just Andrew. I know Matt at Arms also was like, hey, if you play Hero Tower Mage, can you put in the watch post and call it Hero Tower Mage? And at the time, we weren't going to play this version, but this is the version that's a little more consistent. It's not as good as the No Minion Mage for consistency with win rates, but it's a good deck.
Yeah. So, all right, this deck list is 2 Armor Vendors, 2 Wand Thief, 1 Astromancer Solarian, 2 Farwatch Post, 2 Star Scryer, 2 Wildfire, 2 Death's Head Cultist, 2 Imprisoned Observer, 2 Morshan Watchpost, 2 Venomous Scorpid, 2 Crossroads Watchpost, 2 Reckless Apprentice, 1 Varden Dawngrasp, 1 Jandis Barov, 2 Ogremancers, 1 Talon Forging, 1 Cargill Battlescar, and 1 Mordresh Fire Eye. So tell us about it, Zerotio.
So this deck is just disruption, disruption, disruption. You're playing all the watchtowers to disrupt your opponents. Their cards cost more when they draw them. They have minions pop out when they play minions, or you have minions pop out when they play minions. Your minions get buffed when they play spells. It's lots and lots of disruption. Meanwhile, you're using the hero power mechanics of increasing the hero power damage with wildfire and using the Reckless Apprentice as board clears, all the while ticking up Mordresh Fire Eye. Now, I did play a different version of this where I used Potions of Illusions, and I tried to find a spot to put Potion of Illusions here, and I thought about taking out the Ogremancers because Potion of Illusions is very versatile. But ultimately, you're just going to chip away and outvalue. You're going to play this as a tempo deck. You're going to tempo out your threats while slowing the tempo of your opponent and slowly picking away at their health. And when they get low enough, you just finish them off with Mordresh. Or just playing Mordresh, putting on like 2 or 3 health where they have to heal and deal with Mordresh usually means you just win the game.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've played this version a couple of times. I played the original Hero Power Mage without much success. But
that one was tricky.
I've enjoyed this version much more. So.
Yeah, the regular Hero Power Mage that I originally made was just a straightforward all on your hero power, all about getting hero power value. It had ways to deal with the board, but ultimately it was all about just burning out. It was kind of a combo, but it wasn't like an OTK combo. It was like a incremental combo, just slowly snowballed. Well, this is more tempo mage with the hero power win condition.
Yeah, and for me, it was a lot more fun. I guess fun. This was a little more into my play style. So, all right, we are going to check this this deck out here in the second half of the show. But with that, I guess we are done for this week. If you're joining us on YouTube, please stay tuned for that live play portion of our show. If you are listening via the audio podcast, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at HeroPower_cast. And you can find all of our past episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/ECMMOgamers or on our website at HeroPowerHS.com. If you enjoy the show, you'd like to help support and improve it, or you just want to join in the conversation with us and our community, you can do so by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/HeroPower. And we'll see you all again next week.
And don't forget to use your hero tower power.
Alrighty, sir.
That was bad.
That's no worse than any of your normal outros.
ever have something that sounds like just a gem in your head, and then when you say it out loud, you're like, okay, that's just bad. All right, you ready?
Like, hey, Zerotio, let's start a podcast.
Yeah. Oh. You wooed me. Wooed me. And technically, it wasn't you that said that to me.
That's true. That's true.
It was Versika, but okay.
Oh, all right. I am spectate. Click the spectate button.
So we have us a rogue, and rogue right now is coming out to counter the no minion mages.
Right.
So might have a little bit of time. They snowball real quick. I think we're going to see some early damage.
Yeah. So our opening hand here is Death's Head Cultist, Varden Dawngrasp, and Jandis Barov. What are we usually looking for in our opening hands?
So in this matchup versus Rogue, We kind of want a little bit of that early sustain. So we want to get the wildfires early in any matchup. But in this matchup, we probably want the armor vendors and the Death's Head cultist. So I'm going to keep the Death's Head cultist and see if we can try to find the wildfires, the Astromancer Solarians, or maybe Wand Thief.
Oh, there's a Far Watch post and an armor vendor.
And the Far Watch post is like, you always want that early.
And a Morshan Watch post. What a curve.
This is great. So we're going to armor vendor. This is going to stop 4 early damage from our opponent, which if he is the weapon variant, that can come up pretty quick. I suspect if he's the more tempo style, he'll pass this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, we'll throw down the Far Watch post and he will be unhappy. I think this might be the tempo variant because I think I might have played Soup earlier today.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, so we just play the Far Watch post and go, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now every card he's drawing while that's in play is going to be increased by 1. So
yeah, so he's going to be
Cold Neophyte's being teched in. So he's more of a tempo style. He's wanting to make the game go out and play a bunch of stuff in one turn.
Yeah.
I think
just Death's Head here, or do we play the Morshan?
Death's Head. I think we Death's Head to protect the Far Watch post.
Okay.
Because the Morshan's not a taunt,
right? And
he can just run his face in with the Neophyte to clear the Far Watch post. So I think we play the Death's Head cultist, and then I think we just go face.
Okay, I like it.
Because I suspect he'll run into that. Now we're not going to get the healing off this, but he's going to really have to have a hard time.
Here's Swine Tusk Shank.
So he's running the poisons.
Yeah.
Okay. So he can deal with the taunt. Whoa. Okay, Mew attack, that's fine.
Yeah. So he was busting everything out of his hand so he could cut in class.
Yep. But he still only has 3 cards in the game.
That's true.
He's on face.
Okay, we drew Mordresh. So do we
I think we watch post.
Well, I mean, he has a 5/3 weapon. He can just clear it, but I mean, it's gonna take.
He's gonna have to make a choice at that point. He can either clear it or he clears the Far Watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All 3 of those cards he drew are 1 extra cost.
That's right.
So it's disrupting him out. I think we play the Watch Post because that means if he wants to develop a minion to deal with anything, he has to clear the Watch Post first.
Okay.
So you can't play a minion first and then deal with the Watch Post.
Yeah.
And I think we go face again.
And that's another +1 mana card. And there he's going to clear the outpost. Yep.
And if he wants to develop a minion.
Oh.
Okay. Now that's not bad. That's actually really good. So what do you think about running in the vendor into the Neophyte?
Clearing with the hero power and then playing the imprisoned observer?
Exactly.
I like it.
Because that also protects anything future. And it starts developing our hero power, which we're going to need to do. I did want to get the Ogremancer down because he's probably very spell heavy. He seems to be running a lot of the poisons.
Uh-huh.
I haven't seen this variation yet.
Gonna go face, okay. Then he's gonna Wicked Stab and Prize Plunderer, okay.
Yep. But he did it in that order so that we wouldn't spawn a minion.
Yep. Do we just play the other Morshan and Hero Power?
I think so. I think we do. Because he obviously wanted to get rid of it. So let's make him get rid of it again.
Yeah.
Now he can with this face, clearly.
Right. But that's.
But that's 5 more damage not going to our face.
Exactly.
Ooh,
So, he's just
damage.
gonna go face now. Okay.
And that was a 3 cost.
Okay.
So he's already used 2 wicked stabs. What do you think of Ogremancer Ping?
I don't hate that. Yeah.
So if he plays any minions, if he plays any spells,
we'll get a 2/2.
If he
Yeah.
plays any minions, we get minions. So
Yeah.
either way, he's kind of dooming himself. Now, I don't know how much more burst he has. He used both of his wicked stabs. He might have sinister strikes, but that wouldn't make up 9 damage. Even with 2 sinister strikes, he'd need 3 more damage. He's going face, so he might have it.
So there's 9. Okay.
So one thing
Cult Neophyte. Okay.
That gives us a minion. There's one
Sinister Strike. That gives us a minion.
And it's a taunt.
He's swindling again.
What can he get?
Prize Plunderer.
Which gives us another minion.
Gives us another minion. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think about just vardening and going face with everything,
including the ping?
Well, I mean, you could ping the Plunderer.
Yeah, because that keeps him from using Shadow Step. I don't hate that. I was thinking using the Watch Post, but to be honest, if he plays spells that would buff us, I think we're in a good spot as it is. So yeah, let's ping, and then we just go face, right?
Yeah, we just go face with everything.
Is this setting up? I don't think we have enough damage for lethal, unfortunately. Oh, Penflinger. That's why you get that. So if he gets the other Sinister Strike, he can have lethal. Sinister Strike, then Penflinger, then another spell, then Penflinger. Oh, still digging for the Sinister Strike.
Yep.
He well played, so I think he got the Sinister Strike. It would literally have to be the last card in his deck. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, he did the math right on that.
He did.
I thought it was kind of weird him being so aggressive with the damage, but that makes sense now.
All right.
The one thing I liked about the other variation is I had ice barriers in it.
Yeah.
And there's no real sustain in this version.
Right.
Unfortunately, which is you have trouble against aggro in those cases. Again, we pretty much played the Watch Post side of the deck. We didn't play the Hero Power side of the deck.
Right.
It kind of has 2 pivoting ways to play.
Paladin.
So the big benefit of Star Scryer in this is it only gets. I think the only spell is Wildfire. Yes.
Yes, that is correct. So
you will always get it. So I want to keep the Star Scryer and throw everything else back. Sound right?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Our Watch Post. Do we coin that on turn 1?
I think we do. Turn 1 Far Watch, turn 2 Star Scryer, turn 3 Wildfire, 1 Thief.
If they kill off the Star Scryer,
right.
Or give us something to run into, yeah. Ooh. That's the big benefit is if you can. The problem with Oh My Yogg is You only have the wildfires in this deck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
We're just okay with that, right? Because
Yeah.
you're going to run into it again, right? So we just play Star Scryer?
Yeah.
It's 2 cards we've increased the cost of. So in Paladin, I like using Watch Post 2 because you can run Rally and bring them back again. Ooh.
So do we hero power trade armor vendor?
Armor vendor? I think so. That looks right to me. So we have the wildfire for next turn.
Yes.
And so we can wildfire and use the hero power if we need to. If you play something with 2 health or
Correct.
something we have to deal with 2 health. I don't want to see a secret because we don't really have a way to play around Oh-My-Yogg other than using the spell off the Wand Thief or the Venomous Scorpid.
Right.
Which, I mean, that's why those are in here, is to get us other spells. Because we don't want to water the deck down with a bunch of spells. This is like almost no spell mage.
Yeah. The exact opposite of the other deck.
Of the no minion mage, yeah. I didn't even really correlate that. It literally has 2 spells and that's it. And in this matchup, we probably do want to like get that wildfire going. Get that damage for more trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's perfect.
That is absolutely perfect.
Yeah. So we run in.
Trade in, wildfire, hero power.
Yeah. He just gave it to us. He must not have had anything better to play. And see, if you notice, that Goody 2 Shields was 4 mana. Because of the Farwatch Post.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Farwatch, a lot of people underrated that card. I gave it like a 3, which is, I thought it was going to be good.
Yeah.
I might have given it a 4 if I had seen it. So let's see here. Do we just play the Morshan Watch Post?
And hero power the minion?
Yeah, because if we hero power the minion, he can't value trade in.
Exactly, exactly.
I got the maximum security achievement. That must be for watch posts.
It must be, yeah. Hammer the Naru.
Okay.
That's good.
Do we start off with Venomous Scorpid?
I think so. I think we Venomous Scorpid, see what we get, then Wand Thief if we need to.
We don't want a Canter's Flow. We don't have any.
No, that doesn't help us.
Ring Toss doesn't have a lot to corrupt it, doesn't it? I think the Ring Toss is the best choice, though.
I do, too. If we draw into Jandis or Ogremancer, we can corrupt it.
So then let's play the Wand Thief, see what else we can get. Snap Freeze?
Snap Freeze, I think, is our best option here.
Yeah. So we Snap Freeze the 6/6?
Yep.
Now he has to hit the 1/3. That wasn't on my Yogg. He pretty much has to hit the 1/3. Because that would just clear the 6/6.
Yep. So now that could be Oh-My-Yogg.
Could be. What 4-mana spells could help us?
There's another Venomous.
Start with Venomous, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe get Flurry. Ooh, we can wait a turn, right?
Yeah, I think we'd be all right to wait a turn.
So we take the Flame Strike?
Yeah.
And ping the 6/6?
Ping the 6/6. That's exactly it.
And I'm going to hold the minion, so something he has to deal with.
Yep. He'll have to swing in with that Naru again.
Well, he's going to want to hit hit the Scorpion with his face,
Right.
so nothing dies. And then probably trade a 3-2, the 3-4 in. Okay. Oh, he picked a 1.
He picked the 1, okay.
For a card draw. Oh, so many secrets.
So now we know, we almost are positive one of those has to be Oh-My-Yog, right?
So there's Avenge, Galloping Saviors. Oh, not yeah. That. So what other 7 cost? There's a 7 cost Demon Hunter spell that gives you the 7 1/1s, right?
Yes.
So let me attack the 1/2 into the 6/4 to see if I can prop Noble Sacrifice.
Okay.
And then Avenge is going to go off. Probably the worst minion you could have gone on.
Yeah.
And then I think we play the Flame Strike.
And just see what
See
we
what
get.
happens. If we get the Demon Hunter spell, we're not in a bad spot.
Oh!
Soul Mirror.
That's
Perfect.
perfect.
See, that's the problem I have with Oh-My-Yog, is your opponent, if you're good at the game, can play around it by knowing the cost of stuff.
Nice.
That was better than the Demon Hunter.
That was, yeah.
I forgot about Soul Mirror, to be honest.
We should give him a thank you.
No, I'm not gonna be out. I'm not gonna be out. Though we did corrupt our ring toss.
Yes, we did. So he's summoning his secrets into play.
We still have 4 left for
Mordresh.
We
Ring
need to
toss.
paint. Yeah, let's ring toss first.
Yeah.
Ice Barrier?
I think we take Ice Barrier, yeah. And then we take Counterspell.
That or Mirror Entity. I don't think he's going to have any big...
So we're going to have 5 mana left. I think we're going to play Death's Head Cultist and Hero Power.
I like that. So we're going to get a Counterspell, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Death's Head Cultist?
Yeah.
So this nets us a total of 12 health.
Correct.
And Hero Power the 1/1 down?
I think so, yeah. Because he'll trade Smythe into
Smith,
the Cultist.
yeah, he'll trade Smith in.
You can call him Smith all you want. That's not how it's spelled.
You know, there's a lot of things that are spelled certain ways that you say other ways. So just say it. Okay, so that was 12 total health gain. Counterspell.
Counterspell, yeah.
So what do you think? So Talon's going to draw us Cargol.
Yes. So I think we Talon, Hero Power down Smith, and play the Imprisoned Observer.
So do we play the Imprisoned Observer, or do we play the Watch? The Watch Post, knowing Cargol.
Yeah,
knowing we're going to draw Cargol.
That's fine. Yeah, we can play the Watch Post.
This makes it so him developing another minion is a threat.
Right.
Because next turn we
can Mordresh.
Mordreshing.
Yeah.
We know what next turn is. It's Mordresh.
Exactly.
See, here's minions. Here's 1-cost minions. If he plays, gives us 2/2s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just giving us value.
So he played a secret.
We draw Cargol. So is he going to trade first? No? That was a weird sequencing of trades.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we Mordresh now?
I think we hold it.
So we can Wildfire Hero Power, which we can kill off the Northwatch soldier.
But then we can't.
Yes.
Yeah, then that leaves us. We could watch post imprisoned. No, we can't. We wouldn't have enough.
No, we could just watch post.
Yeah.
I like that. Because that's developing one more 5/5 later.
Yeah.
So we're going to play this. And if he plays any spells, any more secrets, which he does have more. And that was not an Oh-My-Yogg. So now we don't care if he Oh-My-Yoggs. We have no more spells.
Correct.
I mean, we could develop spells with Wanty, but we have no more spells on our deck.
Sporling. Okay.
That's a good one to get rid of. Okay. Archer. It gives us another 2/2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crossroads
It gives us
Gossiper.
another 2/2. So we want to attack first. Because we want to proc any secrets, right?
Yes. So
Noble Sacrifice and Avenge, probably. Then Avenge.
no.
Not Avenge. What else could it be? Galloping Savior.
Oh my Yogg.
If it's Reckoning, then our Mordresh is going to die. Which is fine. So let's just play Mordresh.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to play Cargill?
If we play Cargill, I need to clear.
You need to clear, run the 2/2 into the 1/2 infectious spoiling.
Now I'll get an infectious spoiling, which is good. So now we play Cargill and
Fill our board with 5/5s.
okay. Where do we send the ping? Face?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. He's not giving us enough pressure. He has to deal with this board.
Yeah. We're still at 21. I mean, he's not gonna. Okay.
He just buffed our entire board.
Yes, he did.
I think he just realized it too.
That's lethal.
Yeah, we should have lethal now, right? So go in with the Sporling first.
Yep.
And then we just, we got it. There we go. And see, this is why I think the Secret Paladin is overrated, is because if you have a good player that knows how to work around secrets well enough, their secrets aren't good enough at 1 mana. Because they power them based on their mana costs, and obviously mage secrets tend to be stronger because of 3 mana.
Yep. So we're 1-1.
One more?
One more. Let's do one more.
So I think unless they want to really start overpowering Paladin secrets, Secret Paladin it's never really going to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we had Mysterious Trilogy, but I said back in the day when that deck came out, it was a bad deck because if you know how to proc the secrets in the right order, then the deck is dead.
All right, Mage versus Mage.
So this is most likely the No Minion Mage.
Yeah, I really like the fact that we have seen 3 different classes in our 3 games.
This is not how my day has been. I played like 7 mage mirrors in a row this morning. So this must be the between dinner and lunch, or lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
I think we only keep. I think we throw everything back.
Okay. I don't hate that.
Because if this is No Minion Mage, the Morshan Watchpost is probably the worst.
Yeah, and the Imprisoned Observer's not really going to do a whole lot for us.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's going to be early, quick.
Oh, there we go.
This is what we want to see. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Cthulhu.
and he's playing the Cthulhu variation.
Okay.
So it's technically the weaker version, in my opinion.
Okay.
Do we coin out the Star Scryer to make him ping?
I don't hate that. It gets us the other wildfire.
It gets us the other wildfire, thinning our deck a little bit, and we can just start getting that chain going.
Yeah, because at that point we won't have any more spells in our deck. So
yeah, and we're going to rely on wildfire because Apprentice isn't going to have that many targets. So I'm going to play wildfire.
Yep.
I'm going to play the one we just drew because he won't suspect the other one.
Right. And then next turn, depending on what he does, we can wildfire one thief or. So
yeah, I think we're going to wildfire one thief. Yeah, I like that. Wildfire one thief.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Deck of Lunacy does nothing for us.
Correct.
Cone of Cold, he's not going to have enough minions. I think we're
Primordial Studies. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So if we Primordial Studies and can find a Solarian, we can then Solarian and then ping.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to Runed Orb.
Runed Orb is so good.
Yes, yes it is.
I mean, 2 mana, deal 2 damage.
And there's
and
Deck
you get
of Lunacy off of Runed Orb.
This is where we got to start.
But you saw that was created by the Runed Orb, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It changed the other deck of Lunacy. So the important thing to note is he played in Cantor's Flow, so he's not going to get the Grand Slams.
Correct.
But he will get Librams of Hope.
Okay.
So I think we Primordial Studies.
Okay. Not
Steward of Scrolls.
Yeah, that's fine. It allows us to discover a spell. And
I'm ping face.
Ping face. All right. Start that countdown.
So this version, his version, doesn't have anything in the deck for sustain. So he's probably going to pick Counterspell.
Yeah, which would be great for us.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch post Hero Power or?
I think I do. I think I want to watch post Hero Power.
Okay.
I might keep attacks to a minimum because he might have gotten Ice Barrier.
Yeah, yeah. Combustion.
Fine.
Okay.
I don't know why. Oh, I see. He's developing a 3/3, which we can just ping.
Right.
Now, do we ping this or do we go ahead and this is
a good opportunity for Reckless Apprentice. Yeah.
Yeah. This is an extra ping we wouldn't normally get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because most of the time in this matchup, your Apprentice is just basically a free ping.
Yeah.
So now we actually got value out of it. Now we're ready. We're ready for more Dresh. Glowfly Swarm, okay. Ooh, that's dirty. We got a Steward of Scrolls. Ah.
What do you think?
Do we Jandis?
See if we can get a taunt and then use the 3/5 to clear one of the 2/2s and
use Hero Power.
Hero Power face.
Hero Power clear 2/2 probably.
Yeah, we could do that as well.
See what we get. Can we get a taunt? We got a rush.
We did get a rush, which allows us to clear another one.
Pick Egwin to die.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have picked Egwin to die. That's a mistake. I just realized I should have picked Kresnov because we can clear the 10/10 right now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oops.
I didn't do the math. That's okay. I mean, that's a mistake. Fair game. Okay, that's fine. That's a mistake.
But
I realized
they don't know. They don't know we picked Egwin.
Yeah, they don't. They technically don't know.
Okay. Well, now they do.
Oh, armor.
Oh,
That's fine. We're still not.
Yeah.
They're still not in a terrible spot. Oh, thanks for the damage. Is he gonna overdraw? I don't think it really matters though. Okay, there. That's... Okay.
All right.
So probably want to develop the imprisoned observer.
You know what would be really nice right now? Our other reckless apprentice.
Yeah, it will clear the whole board. Do we start with Steward Scrolls?
I think so. See what we get. Primordial.
Ugh. Yeah. And I'm going to Primordial.
Oh, that's not good.
Egwin?
I guess so. What about Venomous Scorpid here? See what we get.
We can, but if we put the Imprisoned Observer down, it will eventually deal with...
That's true. It'll
like
eventually
this.
deal with most of the board, yeah.
I think we play the Observer and hope he doesn't have some way to burst lethal.
Okay.
That's
Deck
a
of
waste.
Chaos.
It does nothing.
Yeah. Flame Strike, okay.
It's fine. If that's his turn, I'm fine with it. So we're probably developing 2 taunts this turn.
Yes.
Reckless Apprentice.
Oh! Varn.
Okay.
Varn's
okay.
good.
So we Varden.
Yeah.
And then what? Then Varden, Scorpid, Ping?
I like that.
Let's Scorpid first so we see what spell we get.
Okay.
Brain Freeze?
Yeah.
Deep Freeze not worth it, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So we Varden, then Ping off the 3/3?
Yep.
So unless he buffs, the Observer's going to deal with these minions.
Correct. Ring Toss.
Corrupted.
Yeah.
Flame Strike, that's fine.
Yep. Observer.
So that's both Flame Strikes out of his deck, which means those didn't turn into 7-cost spells. So we've seen 1 Felguarding, which means at most he has 1 Grand Slam in the deck, and that's it.
Okay.
So we play probably Death's Head Cultist first, test for Mirror Entity.
Yep.
Then the Ogremancer,
Yep.
because that'll deal with any spells he casts, and then Ping Face.
Yep. Start wearing him out.
Yeah. So we know he can't... Oh, no, he plays Cycle of Hatred, too. So he's eaten through all of his 7-cost spells in his deck.
Libram of Justice, Flame Strike.
Oh, wait. Never mind. He's playing the Cthulhu version. He's not playing the... That's why he has all those stuff. They're done by Decalunacy.
Yeah.
From 4-cost spells. Okay, that's fine.
Play the Morshan and Egwin and Hero Power.
How many watch posts have we played?
Well, that's what I was thinking. What about Crossroads Watch Post into
What about
Egwin
Crossroads,
into Hero
Morshan?
Power?
How about we play Egwin, Crossroads, and the Morshan?
Okay, and then next turn
the Hero
we
Power.
can just play a board full of Battle
I'm going to
Scar.
play the Crossroads first, because he did play another secret. Okay. Why couldn't I play... Why is my mana off?
It was
What's up with
discounted. Now it's
It was
not.
discounted. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play Death's Head Cultist then. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, it has the Egwin. It got reduced because of spell damage. And
Yeah.
it's now a spell damage minion because it picked up the other Egwin's effect.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Okay. I knew why Egwin was reduced, but I didn't.
Expendable
There's
performers.
There's the Death Rattle I was talking about. Oh, the Demon Hunter spell I was talking about. Trade. He doesn't get all these minions though. So we just play Cargol, right?
Yep. Summon a board full of 5/5s. That he has to have a fourth. He would have to have a fourth Flame Strike to deal with.
So it's Cargol. Should be one board space left. Yeah. Then I'm going to play Wand Thief.
Okay.
See if I can get a spell.
Shooting Star?
Shooting Star and try to play it. It's probably... Let me try to Brain Freeze one first.
Okay.
If it's Counterspell, it's not. But what is it?
Netherwind Portal.
I'm still going to play this. Doesn't kill it.
Right.
That for me playing around Counterspell, I didn't play around Netherwind Portal, and that punished because the Brain Freeze would have killed that.
Yeah.
So
Holy Nova. Okay. Coordinated Strike kills one.
Flame Ward doesn't exist anymore.
Storm Strike kills
Now
one.
Going to use their face to clear the other two? No. If they were going to use their face on any of them, they should have done that first instead of playing that.
Yeah.
So.
Star Scryer doesn't do anything for us.
No. It doesn't. And our Hero Power is one short of killing that.
Yeah.
So we just need a Hero Power face and play these two minions?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we might be short. I made a couple sequencing errors that may have changed things. You know how to open that hatch, right?
No, what?
You continue to click on the eye until one of the carts comes up and busts it open.
This eye? No, this eye.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
There you go. And I taught you something.
Alright. See what we draw.
Or dress your bust?
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
Nope.
Alright.
We didn't get the second Reckless. We didn't get Mordresh.
Yeah.
Could have been fine with Talon. We had a lot of options to win that game. Couple sequencing, which I say sequencing errors, but we were playing around one thing and played into something else. So
that is true.
I mean, it could have easily we played the other direction and were punished. And a top player probably would have evaluated that Netherwind Portal would have been more punishing than the counterspell.
Yeah.
So the other order should have been better, but no, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Again, that deck is good, but that matchup is tough. I'm enjoying the no minion mage. It's just really good.
Yeah, it seems like it. You know, from what I just saw there that we played against.
I mean, it's oppressive. It sucks to lose against cards you don't think should be in their deck. Anytime an opponent is playing things that are randomly generated, it feels bad. But when your entire deck is not only randomly generated, but reduced by 3 mana, that's hard to deal with.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it, I believe, for us this week. If you have any questions or comments about the show, please email us at heropowerpodcast@gmail.com. Please hit that subscribe button below on YouTube and click that little bell notification icon so that you know when our shows go up, if you've not done so already. And if you are interested in checking out our patron-only Discord, as we said earlier, make sure you head over to patreon.com/heropower. And until next week, good gaming.
Bye, guys.